Benvenuti tutti, benvenuti. Welcome to Monza. We've arrived here for the GP2 Italian Grand Prix. Round 10, I believe it is, of the 13 round season. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Yes, it is round 10, and we're here in quite an interesting championship battle, which could still go either way. Hello there, everybody. I'm your lead commentator, Robert Ionescu, and I'm not supposed to say this because if I do, he will shoot me, but I am joined by the leader of the Gamba Mafia, Franco Gamba. Hello, Franco. Please don't shoot me.
So good on you that you actually don't reveal the plans of the boss of the weakest mafia in DLC. But yeah, ciao a tutti, and yeah, we are here in the Temple of Speed, the track that usually a lot of drivers loves because they don't have to brake and it's all throttle. So yeah.
Yes, indeed. So, and quite an interesting circuit, I have to agree with you. We got 4 races left in the season, so it's nearing crunch time. Italy, then 2 tracks which we know absolutely nothing about, picked by you guys, of course. You will know the next one soon enough, and then the typical finale in Brazil. Let's talk for the championship standings real quick before we get going. We're not going to go through the whole thing, of course, rather just the top 7, because they're the most relevant. Aaron Curtis still leads, even though he didn't score any points the last 2 races on 92 points. Rahul Patel is 6 behind, having won in Spa. He is in second. Hanman Guyan is in third, another 6 points behind. Tadeu Adam Chobot for third. Afterwards, we have Ruslan Protsiuk, look on 77, just 3 points down. Luca Farina another point down on 76. And then finally, Jesus Perry on 71. Gabriel Quintino is a further 14 points down. And then all the others. Everyone is still with a shot at winning the championship, of course, but that could very well change after tomorrow's race. So then, it's time to get going with the qualifying session then.
So yeah, no rain maybe for the entire qualifying, but yeah, after the qualifying there will be rain, but it's actually not an important thing for the GP2 qualifying. So we will see a dry session. So
Well,
yeah,
we don't care what happens after the session.
yeah, exactly. So they can get wet, but the important thing is that they get the dry track. So yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
I think that about the GP2 championship at the moment, it's quite the surprises of the seasons for me are, let's say, I didn't expect to see Patel and Chobo as well to be that fast this season. I mean, Patel has had quite not a great 2019 season, so a lot of airbags and yeah, a championship which actually wasn't that clean. So speaking of Patel, he's the first to join on track,
yes,
and
indeed. So, and looks like Mohammed Usman Hamid is also going out right behind
and
him.
ironically, Mohamed Usman Hamed is actually probably one of his rivals for what he has applied for the F1 signups, so the Lamborghini seat. So it's gonna be interesting to see if Raul will keep the good momentum, and yeah, who knows? Maybe he can even win the championship. But you know, something can ever happen. So let's see.
Yeah, I guess that is true. Though, of course, it's not exactly our job to always talk about the top class rumors. The rumors are there. You can think whatever you want of them, and yeah, we just focus on what we have here and now. Rahul Patel is on a fantastic run of form. In the last 4 races, he's finished third, he's finished second, he's finished fifth, and he finally came victorious at Spa. 3 podiums in the last 4 races, and I don't think he's done quite yet, but we'll see what his first qualifying lap is like. I don't expect him to have any traffic, so it should all be good. Though considering what track this is, I think you'd want just a little bit of traffic in the right places. Give you that amazing slipstream.
Yeah, that's the thing that probably is going to penalize a bit Patel.
So
So the
here we
fact that
go.
he has
It's
not.
a long run and towards the Prima Variante, the Variante del Retifiglio, the first chicane, of course. Here we go. Patel has started his lap, accelerating to a very high speed of 272 kilometers an hour, which is what these cars maxed out at. Braking hard, going first gear, and then getting early on the front on the exit, taking a lot of curb. As you know, Per's a Curva Grande, or as it's known now, Curva Biassono. You can use both names, it doesn't really matter. Up the gears for fifth. He's gonna go into sixth gear. Yes, he is. Approaching the first sector split. It is not a 1 minute. It's a 28.5. As he goes through the second chicane, the Variante della Roggia. Has the game just crashed?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
No, it
No,
hasn't. He got
was
it
just
back.
please.
It was a good run for the della Roggia. And now it's the two Lesmo corners, which are quite difficult to master. Launching the car into the first one, taking a lot of curb on the exit. Very careful not run off track. For the second Lesmo, good run in as well. I think he got a little bit late on the throttle. He could have gone earlier for certain. As he goes down the Curva del Serraglio in towards Variante Ascari, probably the most important corner for lap time. 57.6 in the middle sector, and he's being very confident, though, saying that he's slowing down a little bit in the middle part, so that did cost him a little bit of time. All that remains is the Curva Parabolica, or as it's known now, Alboreto. You can go with both names, it doesn't really change a thing. And here goes Patel for the Parabolica. Careful on the throttle, you don't want to overstep it, you don't want to get any sort of wheel spin, but Patel's done it all right, went very wide on exit using all the track. Patel sets a 1 minute 31.8 as the first lap of the session. Can Hamid beat it? No, he cannot, only narrowly though. Farina, he does beat it and then some by 5 tenths of a second. What about Zorbach? Here
Seems a
comes
good
across
lap
the
by
line. He
Zorbakin.
goes on provisional pole by just under 2 tenths. What about Jesus
Oh, that's a
Pernian?
good one. That's a
He
good one for
smashes
me.
it. That's an incredible lap. Henry Watzel up next, the man who finished second, is by second on the grid right now. Alex Broster goes only P7, as just Ferg Suto goes fourth. Kyle Burns, what about him? It's not a good lap. He's slowest right now, P9. Andreoli goes P8, and Prozio goes P5.
Synonym seventh. Then we have Curtis, the
He goes
championship
into
leader.
second place. That's a very good
Second.
effort, just behind Pernian. As Max Gillen goes P6, Gabriel Quintino up next to cross the line. What is he going to do? He goes P5, as Adam Chobot goes only P10. Thomas Lee goes P4. Then his graph is second on the grid there, half tenth down. As close edge, his teammate goes only 17th fastest, Ben Zwaldinger. Now he takes 17th as Warson goes 13th, and Gwen is the last one across the line, he goes
Yeah,
P6.
good lap. I mean, so yeah, at the moment, the god himself, the second god of the OC, is on pole position. So at the moment, quite a good lap by Jesus. Not gonna lie, but I think that they can do better. I mean, they have done 129 1 year in Monza with this car, so it's not impossible to improve even more. So
Yeah, but
also
don't
the
forget nobody got
moment.
any toe on that first run. That'll obviously change. Gonna lose
Yeah.
on fuel, just about one lap left in the wagon for his Brennan as he comes into the pits. Hopefully there won't be any fuel issues tomorrow. Knock on wood.
Oh yeah. Luckily, since a lot of time we don't have this issue anymore after that problem at Baku in 2018, if I remember correctly, when everyone finished their fuel, so Flo had to. I do remember it was a race in Baku. I don't remember which year. Maybe it was 2018, if I remember correctly, but I don't know.
I think it
But
was
yeah.
2016 or 17, one of the two.
Oh.
But also Istanbul gave
Oh.
us some fuel issues in the last few seasons, which
Ah,
is why it's
right.
no
Yeah.
longer on the calendar.
Istanbul as well had the fuel issue. Yeah, with
At the very end.
the famous win with Christoph Baranek crossing the line with literally zero point 0.0 liters of fuel. So yeah, I remember now.
Well, it was the same case for Jake Galloway, except he didn't stop right after. But yeah.
Oh man.
In any case, quite an interesting top six there. We got not two, three of the front runners. Those being Perignon, Curtis, and Nguyen, of course. And don't forget, those 4 bonus points for Paul can definitely help. If Perignon holds on to personal pole, he'll go up from 71 points to 75. He won't gain a position, but he'll get 4 points closer to Aaron Curtis. And in this championship, you need any point you can get. Looks like Patel and Hamid are going out again early for the second run of the
I
day.
think it is an HWA, and it is Zorbak. Yeah,
Oh,
Zorbak
it's Zorbak, not
is
Patel.
one on track.
I think it might have been Patel, but
So
Hamid has gone second on track anyway, just like last
yeah,
time. So Franco,
so,
tell you what, when Zorbak begins his lap, you go through it, okay?
all right. So yeah, also a curious fact about this season. I found out. So if I found out correctly, every driver that has started on pole position this season has actually never won the race. So it seems that it is a bit of curse. So let's see what will happen tomorrow for whoever will be on pole position. It's gonna be interesting. And
Yeah,
yeah, Joe is right. It's race week for
yeah,
the
indeed.
other world, another world, not this world. In this world, we are already in the 10th round of the championship. And there we go. We are seeing
And
Nicholas.
because of that, there will be no Formula E or BTCC this week. That should be
Yeah,
obvious. But what's
yeah.
not obvious is how well Zorbak will do on his second flying lap. So go through it, Franco.
All right. So Zobak now doing the parabolic, and now called also Michele Alboreto corner. And since 2021, so Zorbak is now crossing the line, and there we go. He will get some traffic off the trail. No, he won't. So now Zorbak is onto the prima variante, and there we go. He has done it, and
That's it. No man
probably
not too far in front of him. Let's hope he doesn't
oh
catch too
yeah,
much traffic.
oh yeah, there's so now he's in the Biasono to then go to the first sector before he approaches the second variante,
Down.
called Variante della Roggia, and is not improving at the moment. Now onto the Curva di Lesmo, turn 6 here, and
Nguyen
then
is the only one who stayed in the pits meanwhile.
Nguyen in the box. So I guess Nguyen will have a bonus lap maybe if the cars will make it to the box in time. And there we go. Now we are on to the Curva del Serrallo to then approach the Variante Ascari, and no, Zorbak isn't improving. Now
He's
on
a
to
lot
Variante
of the
Ascari,
pace.
and yeah,
He's gonna need
I
some
think Zorbak won't
slipstream
improve.
and a lot of slipstream to improve, and I don't see that happening.
Yeah,
Toronto is too far in front.
I mean, Synonym is far from you, and
Looks like
also
he's actually
the
been overtaken by
Trident
the
of
Trident
I
there.
think he's is it? Oh,
What?
Watterson. So, yeah, definitely Niklas Zorbak won't improve. And now Niklas Zorbak is trying to re-overtake him and ruin his lap
I'm not
for
sure that was the
him.
smartest thing from Morrison. He could have waited to pass on the main straight as Hamid and
Yeah,
Feyenoord didn't
yeah,
improve.
and yeah,
And look at
there
this.
we go.
Morrison should
Watterson's
have
lap is
overtaken on the
ruined.
main straight, but his lap is absolutely compromised.
Yeah,
If he made the overtake on the straight, not only would have got some
also,
dough from it, you wouldn't have had to deal with the disturbances. Here goes Patel, improves but only
and
up to
he improves
14th
the
place.
footing. Sudo
Suto
doesn't improve.
improved narrowly down in sector 3 by 400ths of a second. Alex Bruster is up next. He wants to get out at P21. Meanwhile, Burst, the pollster from last race, is in last, so quite interesting. But in any case, here goes Bruster. What is this lap going to be
Let's
like?
see. Rosler.
It is only good enough for
Improves a little bit.
P19.
Oh, Perignon is improving.
Yes, let's see where he goes. He doesn't go
No, he
anywhere.
does a lot.
Lost big time in his
Aldinger.
Valdinger. That
Oh,
was
Waldinger.
great.
Finally, and
Schwartz goes
Spaziuk.
personal pole before
But
Curtis takes it away.
Curtis did better.
Yes, Chabot does
Chabot
need to
stays
improve
positive.
on his position, but he stays in P14. Gabriel Quintino is next across the line. He looks to be on a good lap. What is he going to do?
I think
Uh,
it's maybe Paul. Oh, close. Close
Maybe
enough.
not. Third place. And what's up next? He did not improve after being green in as two burns. He gets out of last, but only by one position. Here we
Hmm.
have Max Skillen. Currently has the same time as Suto, believe it or not. But will he have the same time after this lap?
I don't think
No, he
so.
won't. He's gone up
Yes,
to
improved.
P9. Santino Angeloli now takes up P9. As you have Santos Sanelome not having any traffic, he still doesn't improve. Warson's lap is obviously compromised, but what about
Oh,
Pulisic? His lap was compromised as well.
oh man. Pulisic is so lucky this season.
Graf is
I don't
finishing
know.
his lap. he's had it clean, but will he have an improvement? The man in P5 right now? No.
Let's see, Thomas Alley. Thomas Alley improves to fourth. Probably the slipstream of Graf helped him a lot. So yeah,
Somewhat.
that's it for the second round, I think.
Yes, indeed. And Todd is improving a little bit in the first sector, but it doesn't matter. He has to come in.
Yeah. So a lot changed since the first round. Now we are the pole lap time is 1:30.3. So I think that maybe they could do even a little bit better, but we are there. So good lap by Curtis and Protsuk. Also, the two campos finally, both campos are on a good form. And yeah,
That's
Tomaselli is
a big
actually
one for
having a terrible
Curtis
season.
right now. If he can hold on to
Yeah.
pole, he'll add 4 points to his tally, and 4 points he desperately needs after
Yeah.
two pointless races.
Yeah.
Curtis had
And yeah.
a very respectable lead a couple of races ago, but now it's down to just 6 points. If he can hold on to this pole, it'll be up to 10, which can mean a lot.
Yeah.
And
And
that's not even mentioning the fact he'll be a strong contender for tomorrow's race win if he starts on pole.
yeah, it's important for him to first of all to start ahead of his rivals in the standings. So now
Yep,
uh,
and just as Joe said, round 16 for both this season and the next will be revealed in the Korea episode of GP4 OC News. So uh, keep your eyes out on that. We'll get that when we get there. And Gwen has
oh
gone out
my,
first. No surprise. Hamid once again has gone out second. So that's quite funny. But in any case, yeah, Gwen, I think he wants this pole quite a lot, and he's gonna do his best to get it. Had a strong start to the season if you ignore his crash at the Nürburgring. A good run of points, and he was a championship leader a while. But after that, he had three pointless finishes in Austria and Hungary. But he started to make up for it to a very solid comeback drive in Belgium, where he finished P6. He'll be hoping and build on that momentum, get some good points, and finally close down Curtis.
I'll be honest. Nguyen actually surprised me a lot.
Finisher has gone
Um,
away.
yeah, the screenshot is gone. Luckily, Nguyen is still on his
My
out lap.
my Discord
Uh,
crashed for some reason randomly.
oh, great. So now it's back. So we probably fix. So anyway, I was saying that Nguyen had surprised me, especially in the first part when the feeling of him, he got traffic in front of the Prema
Looks
of, I
like
think,
Andreoli.
Andreoli, yeah. Yeah,
Well,
before he
let's see if
broke
you
his
can make
first
good of
one.
this traffic. Traffic isn't always a curse, especially here. If you can make the pass quickly, you won't be too disturbed. Let's see what England will do here. We got 4 people still left in the pits. The first sector he should be up, which he is. He
Oh,
actually
yeah.
purple on England, but obviously wasn't
But
good
he
compared
actually
to the
slowed
order.
down there on backing up. He actually slowed down a bit. So I was saying that before you approach a sector two, it was impressive in a lot of situation when he had to come back from the back and actually getting points and also win.
Yeah,
So good season so far by me.
the issue is he's qualified at the back a little bit too many times, but doesn't appear to be the
Ah
case this
man,
time. Even if
he
he
has
doesn't
lost a
win
lot.
this one, he is in the top 10, which is what he definitely wants. But I think he'll be cursing just a little bit at Santino Androli for beating him on this lap. Dennis Graff, meanwhile, is the one who stayed in the pits this time. So watch out for Nguyen and Graff. They'll probably get an extra lap if they have enough time. Can be end this session. And Franco, try not to stick too long on one subject, by the way, because you gotta keep your eyes peeled on this one. When he's gonna
Right.
cross the line, and let's see what he's going to do. He's obviously not going to improve. What did you expect? Next one to settle up is Mohamed Usman Hamid, and he's currently in the green. Let's see if he can get an improvement and get out of P20. What is Hamid going to do? Can he gun for a better position? He definitely can, but only up to
Improve.
P16. 4 places. As Spernian is up next, and this lap could be competitive. Let's see. He's currently in the green, and let's see if he can get back on provisional pole. He has to climb 3 tenths to catch up to Curtis, but with some tow here from Watzel, can he do that?
Drops in strongest lead sprint, so let's see.
He's
Nothing.
lost a lot in S3. What happened there? Just for Exuto is up next to cross the line. What is he going to do? No disturbance for him, so it should be a clean path. And it's a very clean path. He's improved up to
Oh yeah,
P7.
top
Great
10.
improvement. Zorba goes up into P12. Meanwhile, as you have Adam Chobot, he goes 15th only. Then Wallinger improves to go
Bottom.
P8, solid improvement, as you have Luca Farina setting a lap. Alex Broster is behind him. Farina improves but stays in 14th as Broster. He improves but stays in 20. Patel could not improve on that one. What about Curtis? Can he improve on his personal pole time? No, he can't. Carl Burns is down P21, and he stays there despite improving by just under a tenth. You have Gabriel Quintino. What is he going to do? The man currently in third place. He's on a very solid run of form, I have to tell you. He's been quietly climbing up the table. Let's see what he's doing here. He can't do
Yeah.
anything really. 3 tenths down. Andrioli, he can do anything either. He can improve. But what about with the Kulisec? The man in last stays in last, both in the championship and on the grid. Sinanome couldn't improve, but skill in the
And
free good. He's happy to P7.
our legendary
And
man.
I believe that will conclude this run once Henry Watzel finishes his lap, which he'll definitely not improve on because he's just been overtaken by his Hispanian.
Yeah. And also the P10 bug as coating. So yeah,
Oh
last
no, that
ruined.
bug is giving me nightmares.
I will
Let's see
fix
Tonali
the pit
behind.
entry bug tomorrow.
Good.
I'm,
Good
I'm
flow.
talking, it gave me nightmares when I got overtaken by a Manor in 2015, I
I
think it
think it
was.
should be an easy
2014.
fix actually. I just thought about it. Just need to change one thing and that's it.
Okay.
Cool.
The run isn't actually done. We have Joel Warson still out there. Doesn't look like he'll be improving though. He's in the red, but he can change that, which he does not by just under a tenth, 97 thousandths to be precise. But it appears as if everybody is actually done now.
Yeah.
So most
That
people have not served, have done their 3 runs. Graf and Wen have one more run, as will one other person. I'm sure whoever he is, he will have the time this one.
I think it was maybe if I'm not wrong, Farina. I don't actually saw it.
Franco, that person will skip a run on this lap. We don't know who it is.
Oh well. So yeah,
Yeah, we
let's
don't
see.
know yet. We'll have to know later.
Yeah. So third. Kurt is still on pole at the moment, and it's mean rejoining on track.
Don't forget, unlike the others, he has more than one run left. Loarson
Yeah.
still hasn't come back into the pits, but we'll see what happens. We haven't win, and currently in P11, not exactly towards the back of the pack, but he'll definitely want to improve. He showed he had potential when he went purple initially in Sector 1, but obviously that lap didn't quite go to plan because of a little bit of dirty air. And by a little bit, I mean a whole lot. But in any case, we'll have another crack at it, not just this time, but on the lap after as well on the 4th run. It is the 4th run for everybody else, but not for him, it's just run number 3. And let's see if Gwen will be able to improve on this one. Dennis Graf, his fellow skipped runner, I suppose you could say, the guy who skipped the run also, has gone out on track, as have Pernian and Zorbak and Patel.
Yeah.
I am very,
Good.
very surprised that Hamid wasn't second to go out this time. But speaking of the devil, and I don't mean to call him the devil, it's just an expression. Speaking of Hamid, he's just gone out.
Yeah, and also I think Baldinger and Suto as well, and now Bo.
Robert's just gone out. Looks like a lot of people are out there on track. Looking at the minimap, we'll be expecting some more. Will Hamin Gwen have a clean run this time? We'll see. Here we go. Beginning his lap. Burns is also out on track. You have Nguyen, that could be a little
Oh
close for comfort.
no,
Looks like it is Max Skillen. He's gonna have to overtake him now.
man, I can't believe it.
That's a lap ruined.
That's actually unfortunate for him.
I just noticed an F1 2017 banner there. No, not, and that was fun. And he'll try to overtake him at the Della Roggia, I'm sure, but can he pull it off?
Let's see. It will be important
That might be a
and
chance.
no, yeah, nothing. That's
That
left down.
completely ruined. He's gonna have to wait for the last run where everybody else will be, you know,
Yeah,
stuck in the pits with the checkered flag. That'll be the only
yeah,
hope he has on not being impeded. Meanwhile, Tomaselli, Warson, and Kulisec are the only ones who have not gone out, though. Having said that, Tomaselli has just gone out, so it's between Warson and Kulisec, and who'll be that third person to miss out on a run and get it down later.
let's see. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Look how much time
Nguyen
he's lost. Dylan is
left,
not looking quick right now, even if it's just an outlap. Gwen is probably gonna try to overtake him towards the Parabolica.
and there we go. Revenge. And
Yeah, indeed. So, we'll be expecting either Kulisec or Warson to go out any time now. As Gwen is finishing his massively compromised lap. Other people
and
behind him, though, will be finishing their fourth run, so keep an eye out on them, because they won't get any other shot after this. Kulisec has just gone out, meanwhile.
yeah,
Dylan has begun his lap, but I don't expect it to be too good. Um, we need to focus behind because people are finishing their laps. We have Dennis Graf.
rough. Nothing.
He could not improve.
And
He has a lap left though.
Hermione.
It's his last shot. Can he take back for Jean Paul? He's in the green. Can he nail sector 3 this time after failing to do it on the last attempt? Let's see. Has Perignon might be set to take back pole. Let's see if he can do it.
Oh, it's a
Here he
good lap.
goes.
Oh
Just
man, was very
11 thousandths
close.
down. I cannot believe it. Here have Patel and Zorbak racing each other
Top
to
nine. Yeah, disastrous session for Pablo.
17th. Yeah, indeed. Here we have just Ferg Soto. He is in P8 right now. Hamid is getting some toe off him, so I think he'll be thanking him for that.
I
Well,
mean,
he definitely will. He's improved up into P10. What about Ben Svallinger? He will not improve on that one. That's his session done. P11 for him. We have Adam Chobot in P16 right now, desperate for an improvement.
I think he will improve.
Just one
Just a little bit.
Here we have Burns going looking for Farina. Farina has improved up to 14. Burns stays in P21. That's not good for the Austria race winner. You have Ruslan Protsiuk, and in P3 right now, stays in P3 without an improvement. Max Skillen's lap was major league ruined. And meanwhile, looks like Broster is holding up a train. Andreoli, what is he going to do? I'm not sure. But look at Harry
Well,
Waddle. He's getting major speed here. He goes up into P11. And to Synonym, meanwhile, he goes up to 13th. Curtis cannot improve. He'll have to hope no one else can dethrone him.
yeah, Thomas Ali isn't improving.
No, we still have Kulisec on this run, though. As, no, we don't have Burns. He's finished for the day. But Tomaselli is not done just yet. He is in the red currently, but he can, of course, change that if he's at a great third sector. Let's see. He's gonna cross the line right now. And what is Lorenzo Tomaselli going to do? Can he improve anywhere? No, he's gonna start P5 or worse, depending on what the others do.
Korodach is improving, and it's a good time.
Half second up, though, having looked at where he is, it's not a good sign. But in any case, he can definitely get out of the back row. Don't forget, Wojtek Kulisec is on his fourth run. The ones who haven't done their fourth run yet are already in the pits. But here we have Wojtek Kulisec, 4 minutes to go. And what will the truck driver be able to do? Can he get out of that dreaded last place on the grid? Let's see where Kulisec is going to end up with this. He comes across the line. P7!
Wow.
1.3
Good
second
lap.
improvement. That's absolutely massive. And I think it's gonna have come at a better time for vertical Kulisec. You absolutely needed that. Don't mind Tsunami and the others here. It is a little bit of a train, but they're all done for the day. They've come into the pits. Grafengwen and Warsin are the only ones left who can try to deny Aaron Curtis' pole. But having said that, I don't think Warsin will try to do it. His team would get quite angry at him if he were to do so.
Yeah. So a curious fact is that Burns was on pole the last qualifying at Spa and today's last. So things turned around. So as meanwhile, Graf and me, two great friends on track after the crash and clash at the same time up in Nürburgring. So they're not far from each other. So yeah.
Well, they are both out on track reviewing for Joel Larson. He has to go out in time, of course, which he has done. So no worries of anybody getting left behind.
Yeah,
As you
so
can see from the live standings, Curtis increases his advantage from 6 up to 10 points. But the session is not over yet. Someone can still take that ball away from him. And if Hyman Gwyn were the one who could take ball away, it could do not just him but everyone else a favor.
yeah, I mean, everyone who will steal points from Aaron Curtis will be actually recognized as an hero. So to actually keep the championship chances alive. So yeah, let's see what will happen. Also, Patel starts P19 or worse if Watson actually improves. So not a good qualifying by Paddle, sadly.
I don't think you need to twist the knife on that one. In any case, Dennis Graf will be beginning his final flying lap with just a minute and a half to spare. What is he going to do? The man who took pole for the season opener and the man who won the last race last season is starting his lap, and yeah, I think he's gonna feel confident knowing he can do well this time. But let's see. Nothing unusual for this run on the first chicane. I think that was good, but I think Gwen will be thanking him for not impeding him because don't forget Haman Gwen's had 2 of his 3 laps so far ruined by traffic, and this time on the 4th lap it's not getting ruined. See what Gruff can do in the first sector. He is down by 2.5 tenths. Looks like this lap could be a write-off for him, but the session is not over yet. Gwen and Warson are still left to do a lap. I mean, they are on that lap right now. Warson has just completed the first sector, though we're not going to see his sector split. And Gwen could be getting a little bit of doubt towards the end of the lap from Graf if he continues to get closer. But right now, I don't see that happening. Here we have Graf. It is not an improvement in sector 2, so he's not going to start anywhere better than P6. He's definitely struggling for grip a little bit with Bascari. And yeah, with just 15 seconds on the clock, he might be giving Gwen just a little bit of tow. And that'll be interesting to see how much the Vietnamese driver can improve. P15 right now, but he's definitely got one last shot to improve. He's got 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's the checkered flag, and this Graf is going to finish his session. Let's see. Can he improve? No, he can't improve. But what about Nguyen? He could not improve either. Joe Watson is the only one who can take ball away from his teammate. Is he going to be able to do that? Or will he go somewhere else? Here goes Watson, and he cannot take it away, but he goes P6. So that's
So
Aaron
good
Curtis.
qualifying with
Although
Dragon
the
as a
championship
whole.
lead is up to 10 points, it looks like Jesus Pernian is the closest of his challengers. But that is that for today. That is the end of this session, and I think it was an alright session. I think it was an
Yeah,
alright session, certainly.
yeah. It was crucial to have probably the sleep stream, but not at all because as we saw, Curtis actually managed to do the pull up on his own. So a very good qualifying, very good qualifying performance from him.
Don't
Also,
look so discouraged, man. The race is tomorrow, and considering what track we're on, anything can happen. Remember, Marek Kukalovic won from 15 for 64 degree last time. So yeah, don't be discouraged, man. In any case, here we have the results for today's qualifying session. It is Aaron Curtis on pole, 4 bonus points into his account. As Pernian is in second, Ruslan Projek in third. Gabriel Contino is in P4. So watch out for those 3 because they're in the top 8 also. Things could get interesting. Lorenzo Tomaselli is in P5 with Joe Larson, hoping to do a good guard duty for his teammate tomorrow from P6. Dennis Graf is in P7 with Vojta Kulisic, his teammate, joining him on the 4th row with P8. Max Killen is in P9, and Fraser's Fursuto P10. Nicholas Zorba completes the first half of the pack.
So yeah, P12, Muhammad Usman Hamid. Then we have Henry Watzel, and then Ben Spaldinger. P15 for Ento Sinanam. So it's an 8th row lockout for Carlin. So Ento Sinanam ahead of Huang Minguyen. Then one of the home heroes, Luca Farina, starts in a disappointing 17th place, but the race is tomorrow. And 18th place for Santino Andreoli. Then we have two of the championship contender at the moment starting at the back, which are Aaron Chobert and Raul Patel. But don't worry, guys, the race is tomorrow, so everything can happen. And then the last row, we have Axe Brosser and Kyle Burns. Actually, as mentioned before, Kyle Burns was in pole position last time out, and tomorrow, he will start last. So let's see what will happen tomorrow.
I think it could definitely be interesting. Then we'll see what happens. Nobody is. I won't rule anybody out. We've seen crazy stuff happen here last season. That incredible comeback from the fake driver, and now we have real drivers only. And I'm thinking, I don't want to hold this against anyone at the front. I'm just saying tomorrow can be a very interesting race. Maybe one of the front runners will storm away to victory and win by miles, or maybe we'll have another great comeback. We'll see what's gonna happen. But until then, it's been an interesting qualifying session. Franco, unfortunately, he won't be joining me tomorrow. We'll have someone else making his GP2 commentary debut tomorrow. Uh, if you know, he knows who he is, so don't say a word. But yeah. Wait, hang on. I actually said it to everybody in the commentators chat. So got that. Harman Green will be commentating tomorrow. No point hiding it. So yeah, we'll see him for his GP2 commentary debut tomorrow. But until then, thank you, Frank, for joining me today, and I hope you can join me again next season for Italy. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Take care.
Ciao a tutti.